The voice of young Aboriginal people needs to be heard if we as a nation are to get to the heart of the problems they face. Policymakers and governments know that we have the highest suicide rates and highest incarceration rates in the world. We know we have the lowest school attendance rates and poorest job prospects of young people in the developed world. For the last 18 years, Desert P Media hasn't just been aware of these things, we've experienced the pain of this reality. We've worked in communities across Australia to let these stories out.
We travel more for funerals than we do holidays. People say they go in threes in a year, but out that way they go in 3s to 4s in a month. It's not normal. I have a wall where I've got pamphlets from every funeral we've been to of our family members. We wake up and say good morning to our family every morning on the wall. Yeah, so we don't forget. Nerida's mum's there amongst them.
See my mum every morning, it's really good. Every day on the wall.
If we are to make a change, we need to be real about the causes of our problems. We need to be real about how First Nations young people perceive these problems. We need creative ways to bridge the gap, understand the reality, and find positive new solutions that go to the heart of the problems. We need a universal language to be able to listen and consult, co-design and implement. We need a new paradigm of engagement. Engagement between the white-fella policy-making world and the First Nations upon which our society has been imposed.
We need to try to do different things, new things, things that are innovative. The song, the words, the yarning, you feel as though something's happening that hasn't happened before.
This conversation, is a new one.
We've been running services for generations, yet mental health is still one of the biggest indicators of poor health amongst Aboriginal people. Closing the gap is about our young people leading. It's no use the language of mental health coming from older people. Whether it's cultural, physical, spiritual, emotional, we have to listen to our young people. Desert P allows that to happen.
Now is the time for action. Now is the time for change. It's up to us.
The voice of young Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people needs to be heard if we as a nation are to get to the heart of the problems they face. Why does the DPM method work? Well, we've got a theory about that and we'd love to share it with you. Can we guarantee it'll work? Well, as previous failed policies show, that's a big call. Nothing we've tried in Australia has worked in the past. That being said, nothing like this has ever been attempted. And I would bet my life that Desert P Media's process will make a difference. In fact, over the last 2 decades, I already have. Let's talk about it.